Hello, Marvelites. You're watching Marvel's The Pull List, and I'm Ryan, aka Agent M.
And I'm Tucker Marcus.
And every week we read every new Marvel comic that comes out. We pick a couple of them, we pick a topic, and we tell you why we're so hyped. Tucker, what are we talking about?
This week, it's all about triumph and tragedy. We have the smiley face and we have the frowning face because there's great hero victories and there's also some bad hero defeats going on here. But we're starting out with Captain Marvel number 2. Issue number 1 kicked off this brand new Captain Marvel series in an amazing way. This issue really digs into something a little bit different because, of course, we have the triumph of Carol and her amazing superhero squad that she's assembled here, but we have the tragedy of this war that they're fighting, and it's a really interesting one because they're kind of stuck in this bubble dimension, this little domed world on Roosevelt Island, New York City. Seeing Carol relate to these other heroes in the voice of Kelly Thompson, the amazing writer, and rendered amazingly by Carmen Carnero with Tom Bonvillain on colors. It's all beautiful, it's all so well done, and we're off running in this really fresh, really exciting, and kind of unprecedented Captain Marvel story here in issue number 2.
Yeah. All right, we move from there to Amazing Spider-Man number 15. The triumph and tragedy aspect is sort of part of what Spider-Man's all about, you know, and here you've got Spidey saving people, really like saving the day, but at the same time, he's not able to save 2 people, actually, in this issue. You get to see Chris Bachalo just sing here. He goes and does some really neat stuff every time he puts pencil to paper, whether he's drawing the Rhino, Taskmaster, Black Ant, or the Lizard. The Lizard is a really cool story in here. His own triumph and tragedy, able to sort of get control of his lizard form and stay sane and get his family back, but at the same time, it feels like things are slipping away. I love the Liz.
Next up is Runaways number 18. And, you know, what's so fascinating about the Runaways since their very start is that, you know, they are consistently triumphant as an amazing family, as an amazing super team, but at the same time, they're always dogged by a lot of tragedy all along the way. And that, I think, is embodied beautifully by none other than Alex Wilder, who is so beloved, but also has caused a lot of trouble along the way. There is a lot going on between the Children of the Pride here, obviously the Runaways, and the Children of the Gabborim. And this issue is a big story arc ending story that has so much emotion, but also from a Marvel Comics perspective, there's triumph and tragedy here because it's a triumph of a story, it's a triumph of an issue, but this is Chris Anka, the artist. It's his last issue of Runaways. He has been amazing, so much incredible work done since issue 1. Really, though, there's no better way for him to go out than a great, super emotional, super beautiful story just like this.
All right, last book for us to talk about this week is Thor number 10. And really, the triumph comes in the cover. You've got Thor and you've got Odin, and they're having a drink together. They're talking about cats and cradles and spoons that are silver and all this wonderful stuff. But the tragedy is the actual story. Most of this issue is a battle between Thor and Odin. But at the same time, you've got this really sad undertone of everything that Odin is thinking. He's like, why can't I tell my son I'm proud of him? Why can't I tell him that he's the god that I should be? And like all this other stuff. And you're like, cut your beard off and just tell him. It's a great story. It's really good. It's a lot about father and son stuff in here. You got Loki and Laufey and wonderful stuff. All of this really building to the War of the Realms. It's awesome stuff. If you want to learn about these books and all the new Marvel comics that come out this week, check out Marvel's The Pull List, the podcast version, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be back with more next week. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Tucker.
And this is Marvel,
Your Universe.